Happy Friday, everyone. It's Christine. So today I wanted to talk about the time at my daycare center years ago. We had a child get stuck in a chair, and it was like the weirdest thing to happen. The girls came and got me. She was little. I think she was like 1.5 at the time. I don't know. It was quite a few years ago. And she got stuck in the chair. And my staff, we were trying to figure out how the heck we were going to get her out of the chair because we were afraid we would hurt her. And there was 2 holes in the back of the chair. And it was a little chair. The kid was only like 1.5 years. And she was sitting backwards, and she put her legs in between the holes of the chair, and her legs got stuck. Hi, Gabby. Thanks for watching. And so the girls call me, so I run down there, and we're trying to figure out how to get this little girl out of the chair. So I'm like, okay. Thankfully, there was a sub-police department station by my second center. So I called my friend and I'm like, can you send over a police officer? And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I got a kid stuck in the chair right now and we can't get the kid out. So in the meantime, we're trying to figure out how to get this kid out of the chair that's sitting backwards. And I am like, I have never had a kid get stuck in a chair before. I cannot even believe this. But you know those little kids when they're 1.5 years, they still got their baby fat on their legs? And my one employee's in the other room, she yells over and she goes, grease, put some chicken grease on her legs. We can get her out that way. And I'm like, I don't think we can put chicken grease on her legs. I don't have grease in the center in the kitchen. So the cop shows up and he's looking at me and he's like, oh God, Christine, what happened now? And I'm like, I don't know. They sat down for a snack and the little girl turned around and she put her legs in between the holes. And he looks at me and he shakes his head, and the cop literally picks up the chair, tips it forward a little bit, and the girl's legs slide out. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And he's just laughing. But do you really know what to do in an emergency? I mean, obviously that was an easy one to get the little girl out. Hi, Stephanie. How are you today? Hi, Rose. But we had that really happen. We had a girl get stuck in the chair. Obviously, after that happened, I got rid of the chairs out of the classroom because I can't afford to have kids stuck in a chair in a classroom. Every time I see the cop now, he laughs at me. He's like, hey, Christine, the kid's stuck in chairs. And I'm like, oh, I did not know it'd be that easy to get the kid out if we just tipped the chair up. But you didn't want to hurt the kid. And I was like, what am I going to do? But I have it over the years. I think I've called 911 quite a few times, unfortunately. Over the years, when I had my in-home, we had to call 911. We had a girl trip and fall. And of course, I have 50 million people in my department, in the house from the police department and stuff. And the kids told them, I mean, the kid just ran and tripped. They were tripping all week because their growth spurts hit, and kids are still trying to figure out their motor skills and stuff when they grow. So I thought that was really interesting. But we do have stuff in place when stuff happens. Like the staff will come get me. We have protocols to call. If I'm not on site, they'll call me or my husband if the person in charge doesn't know how to handle a situation. But thankfully, we do have a police department right by us. So we do have someone right there. They always watch out for us and stuff. The first time I had to call 911, I think that was probably the scariest time. But after that, you get used to it and you stay a lot calmer because you've got to take care of the situation. But make sure your staff knows the protocols. Make sure if something happens, they know what to do. I would not advise putting chicken grease on a kid's legs, though, to get them out of the chair. I was like dying. I'm like, we cannot do that. And she's like, but it would work. And I'm like, really? So anyways, make sure you have all your procedures in place. Hi, Emily. How are you today? Hi, Sarah. Thanks for watching. I just think with COVID and everything, my area just got mandated masks. We have to put them on. My zip codes are in the mandated area. And goes into effect Saturday, which is tomorrow. So Monday morning, my parents, I've got to figure out how the heck we're going to do this. I think it's over 6 and up, and I have school agers that are going to have to wear masks. And I think to those little kids, that's probably an emergency because they're not going to be used to wearing masks. And so now I've got to put new guidelines in. So make sure that in the case that something happens, you guys know what to do. Your staff knows what to do. Training is the #1 thing. They have to be trained. Hi, Sarah. How are you today? So anyways, I just wanted to say hi and tell you my crazy story because over the years, I've had some really nuts things always happen at my centers, but you're never prepared sometimes and you just go with it and you find a solution. So anyways, everyone have a great day and I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Hi, Melissa. Bye.